Hello and welcome to another Todd Rolls Dice video. Today we're looking the second detachment. The Grotmas Calendar is revealed, so this is still day 8, but detachment 2 we're looking at what the Officio Assassinorum has to field. Quick note before we get into this, I read Officio Assassinorum as just the 4 assassins, but the picture is assassins plus agents of the Imperium, so I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be. I'm interested to find out. Anyway, let's get into this one. No Scrooge is safe from the shadowy operatives of the Officio Assassinorum, who are the focus of today's second detachment. The Veiled Blade Elimination Force. The lethally efficient agents of the Officio Assassinorum ordinarily operate alone. But when assigned a particularly well protected or formidable target, however, assassins from several temples may be brought together, alongside other assets drawn from the military, ecclesiastical and judicial wings of the Imperium. These bespoke formations possess enough firepower to break through the target's defences and ensure the killing blow is landed, so it is agents of the Imperium. Glad we cleared that up early. I do love the assassin models. I love the idea of the assassins. This detachment boosts the power of Imperial assassins to new heights with the Extremis Sanction rule, which has 2 effects. The first simply lets each assassin use any once per battle ability they have a second time. Nice. While the second brings a mandatory upgrade, such as the Calidus assassin's decoy targets. This enables her to take the place of any one of your other inventory models in your movement phase and get to targets that thought they were safely out of her reach. That sounds incredible. Stratagems such as Orbital Oversight will help to keep your assassins safe from retribution while they perform their lethal work, limiting the range that they can be targeted to extremely close. With most assassins, that's a very uncomfortable place to be. There's lots of tricks available in this detachment, so be sure to stay off the Officio Assassinorum's naughty list. All will be the least of your worries. There's another double banger day tomorrow. Oh god, did somebody really write that? Grotmas is all about friends, and the Imperial and Chaos Knights are both bringing theirs. Okay, so it's knights of all types tomorrow. Let's have a look at this detachment then. Enhance. So the Veiled Blade Elimination Force Detachment Rule. Extremis Sanction. Officio Assassinorum units from your army can use the Overkill, Soulless Horror and Shield Breaker abilities twice per battle, instead of once per battle, but cannot use such an ability more than once in the same battle round. I think that's incredibly fair, considering you're getting it twice. When mustering your army, each Officio Assassinorum unit from your army has the relevant Extremis ability shown on the right, and you must increase the points cost for each of those units by the amount shown. If this causes your army to exceed the points limit of the battle you're playing, you cannot include that unit in your army. Okay, so if you're doing this, build the assassins first. So it's not enhancements, it's Extremis abilities. Ability 1, Decoy Targets, plus 40 points. On the Calidus Assassin, twice per battle in your movement phase you can select one other friendly infantry model that is on the battlefield and not within engagement range of one or more enemy units. The selected model is destroyed, ignoring any rules that trigger when the model is destroyed, and this model is removed from the battlefield and set up again as close as possible to where that destroyed model was and not in engagement range of one or more enemy units. The ability cannot be used more than once in the same battle round. I like that. That's exactly what the Calidus does. This detachment is just going to be absolute shenanigans, isn't it? Esoteric Explosives, plus 40 points on the Lexus Assassin. Each time this model is targeted with a grenade stratagem, 1 mortal wound is inflicted each d6 roll of 3+ instead of 4+, so it just makes their grenades better. Okay, I don't know what their grenades do, but it's nice. Intraneural Biotech, plus 35 points on the Evisor Assassin. Once per battle round, you can target this model with the Heroic Intervention or Counter-Offensive stratagem for 0 ZP, and can do so even if you already used that stratagem on a different unit this phase. That's much more situational, but it's still pretty nice. Only once per battle though, so you're paying... I know you want to get that guy in combat as much as possible, but you're paying a good chunk, 35 points, for that once. And Micro Melter rounds, 45 points. the Vindicator Assassin only, the model's Extremis Rifle has the anti-monster 4-up and anti-vehicle 4-up abilities. So for an extra 45 points on the Vindicator, you can just probably anti-4-up everything. That's fun. Stratagems, we've got 2 battle tactics and we've got 4 strategic ploy tactics. Prime target, when you're shooting or fight phase, target 1 agents of the Imperium unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot or fight this phase. Effect. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets a character unit, reroll a wound roll of 1. If the attack is made by an Officio Assassinorum model and it targets the enemy warlord, you can reroll the wound instead. Well, that's strong. Hyperstims. Oh, this is 2 CP, so it's 5 1 CP, 1 2 CP. Okay, so Hyperstims for 2 CP, when your opponent's shooting phase or the fight phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. Target 1 Agents of the Imperium character unit from your army that was selected as the target for 1 or more of the attacking unit's attacks. And the effect. Until the end of the phase, add 1 to the toughness characteristic of models in your unit. In addition, if it is an Eversor Assassin unit, until the end of the phase it has the Feel No Pain 4-up ability. +1 toughness. On a general model probably isn't worth 2 CP, but +1 toughness and a 4-up Feel No Pain on the Eversor might be worth it. Yeah, that, I mean, incredibly situational, very expensive. Yeah, okay, I can see you using it. Will Sapping Salvo. When your shooting phase, target 1 Agents of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Effect. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit have the Sustained Hits 1 ability. In addition, if it is a Calexis Assassin unit, until the end of the phase, change the damage characteristic of ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit to 3. So you'd probably pop that on the Calexis, the Sustained Hits 1, and you just do straight 3 damage. Yeah, okay. I mean, a lot of this is just built around you taking 4 assassins, it feels. Orbital Oversight. When your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy has selected its target, target 1 Agents of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that was selected as the target of 1 or more of the attacking unit's attacks. Effect. Until the end of the phase, your unit can only be selected as the target of a ranged attack if the attacking model is within 18 inches, or if your unit has the Lone Operative ability if the attacking model is within 6 inches. I haven't seen the profiles for the new assassins, but I would guess that they all have the Lone Operative ability, because that's how they work. So it's still probably good, but for 1 CP, you just can't shoot a Lone Operative. Unless you're within 6 inches, and you probably don't want to be within 6 inches of some of these assassins. Yeah, I like it, I think. Blind Grenades. When your opponent's charge phase, just after an enemy has declared a charge, target 1 Agents of the Imperium grenade or Vindicator Assassin unit from your army that was selected as one of the targets of that charge and is not within engagement range of 1 or more of the enemy units. Effect. Until the end of the phase, subtract 1 from charge rolls made by that enemy unit, or, if your unit is the Vindicator Assassin, subtract 2 from charge rolls made for that enemy unit instead. That's a real panic stratagem, isn't it? Now someone's going to charge my Vindicator, I'm going to pop blind grenades. I mean, -1 isn't bad on a normal Agents of the Imperium. You might be able to use that on other assassins as well, if you don't want them getting charged. Definitely better on the Vindicator. Yeah, okay, it's not as good as some of the others, but it's not bad. And finally, Ensnaring Trap. When end of your opponent's charge phase, target 1 Agents of the Imperium infantry unit from your army that is within 6 inches of 1 or more enemy unit and would be eligible to declare a charge against 1 or more of those enemy units. Effect. Your unit can declare a charge. When doing so, you must select 1 or more of those enemy units as the targets for that charge, and your unit does not receive a charge bonus this turn. In addition, if it is a Calidus Assassin and it makes a charge roll as a result of this stratagem, until the end of the turn, each time a model in your unit makes a melee attack, add 1 to the wound roll. We've seen something like this before. Maybe not the Calidus add 1 to the wound roll thing, but you can countercharge and not receive any of the benefits of the charge. I don't mind it. It depends what unit is charging your inventory. I don't mind it. On face value with a Calidus, if somebody's just charging at you, pop that, see if you make the charge, and then you stop them charging, potentially protecting other units, and if there's a character in there and you go ham, you could do a lot of damage with that, especially with a +1 to wound roll. Yeah, okay. This detachment is incredibly focused, as you would expect, on taking assassins. I think, actually, the weakest assassin in this, just from what they get, is the Eversaw. But even then, I still don't think it's bad. And as someone who probably wouldn't mind running an assassin army, and I do love the Vindicare unit anyway. Yeah, you absolutely wouldn't do this if you're taking 1, maybe 2 assassins, because of what you lose. But I quite like this. It's fun, it's themey, I don't think it's going to win anything, but I like the narrative behind it of, here you go, let's just go in, mess up something, and then retreat. Very much how assassins would work. I like this. I don't think it's as good as the Custodes one, in all honesty, but then I think it's a tough sell to build a detachment just for assassins, and then you've got to take other stuff to fill them out as an army. But no, it's fun, it's themey, that's kind of what you want, I guess. And if you're running Agents of the Imperium, I don't necessarily think you're playing to be top table at all the tournaments. I think you're just playing to enjoy yourself, which is how it should be played, in my view. But I don't think you're going to be winning anything with an Agents of the Imperium army. But no, I like this, it's not terrible. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.